Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to this week's Building Your Own Mediumship and Clairvoyance reading. My name is Leah with Moon Trick Tarot. If you are new, welcome to my channel. We do love readings and spiritual readings and angel readings here, but I also like to give my followers and subscribers tools and elements necessary to build their own clairvoyance and to understand their own awareness with spirit. And that is the purpose of these readings, and I absolutely love them so much. So what we do is I get one mediumship card, and I also get one affirmation card, and I want you to use and practice the tools and the messages that we received today throughout your week. Last week, if you weren't here, you can go start from the very beginning, from the start. And it was really a beautiful message about just connecting and focusing your mind and really just going with the flow for now. And in the very beginning, I feel like a lot of people want to feel something, they want to see something, they want to, but if you're just beginning, or maybe if you're, new or you've never done anything like this before, in the very beginning, you just have to sort of learn how to connect to spirit, separate your ego and your soul, understand the difference between both and how those subconscious and conscious mindsets work, okay? And then from there, you start to have a greater awareness, and then that awareness will allow you to understand your own symbols, mediumship, and connection to your guides and angels. Okay? So if you want to go back, you absolutely certainly can, and you can start from the very beginning. Today we are going to start with week 2, okay? And we'll see what we get for week 2. Week 1, it was about breathing, meditation work, connecting to source. This week, what do we have? Beautiful. Energy scanning. Beautiful. These are new cards. They're absolutely wonderful. And if you would like your own deck, I'll show them to you now. Okay. It's called the Mediumship Training Deck by John Holland. And you guys can certainly go and get your own deck if you would like. Right? Energy scanning. Our psychic energy is a precious resource that can help us in any situation. Tapping into this psychic energy allows us to blend with anyone or anything through energy scanning, which is a technique of feeling, seeing, or hearing intuitive information. This exercise can assist you in determining how you receive intuitive information, which will also assist in your mediumship development. Have a friend stand in front of you, or better yet, have a friend bring someone you've never met before. Stand about a foot or 2 apart. Close your eyes and imagine that you're both made of pure light. Imagine that your energy field is blending with the other person's. Now, let your awareness scan up and down their body in long, slow movements. See if there's one particular spot where your attention is drawn. Can you see any colors, or is one part brighter than another? Take your time and make a mental note of everything you're sensing and feeling. Next, open your eyes and share what you've received with the person. Try to document your experience in your journal to build up your library of visual symbols, feelings, and interpretations. Remember that when you deliver the information, you have to take responsibility for the manner in which you present the information. By practicing this quick and easy exercise, you'll soon realize the incredible value of this tool, as it can be used in so many different practices and situations. Partnership cards, impression versus expression, the medium's toolbox, and blending with spirit. Now, this is a new deck for me, and I did receive the medium's toolbox. So for some of you, energy, there's different ways that you can do this. They gave you one example of being able to have somebody and close your eyes and feel whatever you feel and let them know. If you're not comfortable with that yet, or if you want to practice a little bit before you say anything to anyone, and I think that I really feel like for a majority of you, that might be the way that you want to go, okay? So you can do what I like to call intuitive tests. And intuitive tests are simply, you can have a friend write a shape, and you can get 3 colors, okay? Start with, in one group, red, yellow, orange. In the other group, do blue, purple, green. Okay, start with those 6. Take the red, green, yellow, and say, you have the shapes: a diamond, a square, and a circle. And on the other group of colors, you have a rectangle, an octagon, and a heart, whatever. And you have your friend or somebody else come and write it and do it with a specific color and a shape. And you go, and then you can try to ask them to visualize, close your eyes, and send it telepathically to you, to your third eye. And then go from there and see what you feel and what you see, and really just practice from there. To read auras, you can look at a person if you want. They don't even have to know you're really doing it, but you can look at a person or even a tree or some sort of living thing. Stare at it, try not to blink, stare at it for, I would say, at least 7 seconds, and start to see if you can see any kind of colors or shapes. You could even look at your hand if you hold your hand still, and try to hold it at least about 2 feet away from your eyes or more, and see what you pick up. There's many different ways. If you want to do an energy scan on yourself, ground yourself first, okay? Ground yourself, root yourself, connect to the earth and the ground, right? Then start connecting to source and spirit, which is what you learned in the first week. Once you connect to source and spirit, you are going to ask to receive their divine healing light. And then from there, you can sort of start moving your hands like this, right? Start moving them around. And once you start to feel it, like this, okay? Then I'm going to want you to keep your hands close. And then you can start playing with energy. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can do whatever you need, right? Just start learning what that feels like, okay? And then from there, you can take it and you can scan yourself. And if you stop in a particular area, note what chakra that is, and then learn how to heal it from there. This week, it's going to be about understanding energy and what that feels like. Again, just like last time, if you have any questions, you put it in the comments down below. I'll leave them open for you, and I will help assist you in any way that I can. But this week is going to be, you may not understand it fully, but it's just about understanding energy. And the best way that I can describe this is, we have all walked into a room and you know when there has just been an argument, right? It's so tense you could cut it with a knife or whatever. I walked into the room, whatever, however that saying goes, okay? Or you can walk into a room and you can tell that there is just so much happiness and good. It's a good time that's going on. You just know, right? We all know what energy is. Now it's just about focusing it and bringing it in this week. Okay. Colors are going to help some of you. Painting will start helping you. There's different ways to tap into your mediumship and to understand your energy. You can listen to music. You can, I prefer high-pitched music like violins and stuff like that when I am trying to do some sort of energy healing or anything like that. But there's many different ways for you to go about building your own mediumship. What is the affirmation for this week? The past is over. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. That's beautiful. You're coming into a new period of your life. You're coming into a new cycle. There's going to be 3 periods or 3 cycles that you have to go through first before your full clairvoyance comes into view. You may even meet somebody along this journey or this way. And hey, if you guys connect through the comments, with every follower that I have, and you guys help each other, that is what exchanging energy and positivity is all about. You don't have to be face to face. It's just keeping this channel positive and helpful. It does take a certain demeanor and understanding to validate and to understand who you are and what you are doing. Some people may not understand it, or they may question it or think that it's very strange. You may even find it to be a little bit strange in the beginning, but I promise that eventually that you get over that, right? And to really do this at any time, it can be shut down. You can stop practicing, you can stop doing it, and you can leave it. But for a lot of you, your perspective is going to start changing once you start playing around with this kind of stuff. And maybe people won't agree with it, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Again, there is another emphasis, and usually there's always an emphasis within spirituality and energy work, that within staying within the moment. Excuse me. I want you to notice something, okay? So if you look at this card, some of you may just see a bunch of colors. But if you really start looking, you can see the cliffs and the valleys and the rivers and the sun and the path and the strength and the connection and the oneness. You can really start seeing more. So if you take your time like I'm doing right now, you take the time and you sit, and maybe you just take your hand, right? And you start staring at your own hand. And you start realizing that even just like this picture, even though in the beginning you just see a regular hand here, if you really start staring at it, you start to see a different picture. Okay? And that's going to correlate into your own life, because now you are going to start seeing yourself and your life in a completely different light. That will happen with this. So full warning and disclaimer here. And if you're not prepared for that or ready for that, that's okay. And if you are, welcome. It's a fun time. I remember, when I first started building my intuition and clairvoyance and clairsentience and really understanding it really was a lot of fun. And I have to say, I am not the same Leah that I was 2 years ago, not even close. And I really thought that I had, changed so much. I changed even more, again, a whole nother person. So just be prepared for that, okay? That is what you guys are going to do this week. You're going to start learning how to see energy and feel energy and what that means to you. Remember your lesson from last week as well, because that's your first step, which is, relaxing the mind, which is even hard for me to do. Relaxing the mind, concentrating, connecting to source, bringing in that energy from the universe. We all have access to it. We are all from the same universe. So we all have access to that universal power. Okay? Imagine that light within you and growing. Okay? Move your hands, because this will help you in the beginning to start really get that tingling feeling. You're going to start playing with energy. You can look at your hands, you can look at an object, you can ask a person, you can do your intuitive tests, you can start painting, put on meditation music. Maybe you like to paint. Put on meditation music and just see what you paint. You don't have to take paint brushes, who cares? Use your fingers, use whatever you have. You have a feather around, go outside, whatever you have, just use it. There's no right, there's no wrong. That's the beauty of all of this. That's the beauty of energy. It cannot be destroyed. It can only be moved. So what energy do you want to bring in, and what energy do you want to take out? Just start playing with it. It's imaginary, okay? It's imaginary, and that's fine. You can't see it with the eye, but you can feel it. This week it's all about feeling, and from that feeling, being able to see past the illusion. Okay? So good luck, everybody, this week. If you have any questions, please comment down below, all right? Have a blessed path.